going on, guys? It's your boy, Hard Conversation.
I might sneeze.
We're back with another video, and this video is a little bit different. But we'll start the video how we usually do, by thanking everybody that's viewed our videos, shared it, liked, comment, subscribe to the channel, guys. Share the content. We got more stuff to talk about. We got a ton of things to talk about. Not just the playoffs, but obviously other stuffs. So this is actually a subscriber request video, our very first subscriber request video. So this is kind of exciting for us. So shout out to, her name was Lisa? Lisa Naomi. Shout out to Lisa Naomi. I'm going to put your name right down here somewhere. We appreciate, you wanting us to do this video. Sorry we didn't do it a couple days ago, but we were trying to getting our thoughts together, but we decided to do the video today. But so guys, we're going to be talking about a long-standing discussion. I think this started when God created Earth. I think this discussion started. I'm pretty sure right around that time.
It really started when social media was created.
No, he said, "Let there be light." Then he said, "Who's better, MJ or LeBron or Kobe?" That was right after. You don't have the amended version of the Bible. Anyway, so
no, actually, it's like they ripped Kobe's page out the book. So now, like I was telling my partner the other day, anybody who follow me on Instagram know, man, Kobe Bryant is Mr. Freddy Krueger.
If you can't tell, this is LeBron versus Kobe.
He tapped me on the shoulder and he needed me to play the role of Jason. So here I am. I gotta kill a couple cats with knowledge so that y'all can remember. That's like people just, you know what I'm saying, especially the younger cats, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was this old fart, I told y'all.
Yeah. I mean, the last 4 years of Kobe's career, he was
not 2012, so people give him respect because they probably seen 2012, like, man, he averaged 27, and they was like, oh man, he's good. But they didn't really see him. I was looking at some stuff, I was telling my partner that surprised me, but just to get into the debate, right? I'll make a point, let him make a point. Like, we're talking about Kobe and LeBron. Like, a lot of people use numbers. And then they say they want to use numbers, hype the numbers, and be like, well, the championships are not important. Well, why do you think Charles Barkley not in the conversation for the greatest? Why do you think Oscar Robertson not?
They got a ton of numbers.
I think Will Chamberlain not really at nobody's
top 5. He's a king of numbers.
The man had 50 rebounds, and he's the only person to score 100 points in the game. Why? Because he kept getting dusted by the same guy with Bill Russell. And if it was only just about championships, then Bill Russell would be #1. That's a common denominator between, does this guy give you a better chance to win the championship, or what is he like when the show is on? Like somebody said that Kobe wasn't clutch. Listen, clutch is not about.
Wait, say that dumbass shit. Who's that again?
My man Colin Coherd said
that guy.
Kobe isn't clutch, and then he said the numbers prove it. Well, listen, I'll reverse it. Let's say if you're in the fourth quarter, right, in the last 2 minutes, and you shoot 15 to 15, and then you get the last 4 shots and you break and airball them. It looks like, man, he shot a good percentage, you know what I'm saying, at that time. So if you do it over time and you just measure it off of that, it's going to look like a guy's clutch versus if a guy missed the first 15. But them last 4 shots that you made, will he seal the game?
Well, let me elaborate on that, because not all shots are created equal. Not all numbers are created equal. It's circumstances surrounding what kind of shots you took, because Kobe was required to take them kind of shots. I'm not giving the ball to Smush Parker.
Yeah.
I'm not giving the ball to Kwame Brown. LeBron, he makes great basketball plays. He'll make the right pass, which is great. Don't get me wrong. He has great decision making. But when it comes down, clutch isn't just, well, I shoot 50% in the fucking last 4 minutes of the game. If that was the case, they did a cool little thing on ESPN The Jump where, according to the numbers, I can't remember, it was some random ass player was more clutch than every other NBA player ever, according to the numbers.
Right, yeah. But that's, come on.
We know that's not true at all.
Just like this. Who you think is the best scorer in the league? Most likely, if you're not stupid, you Steph Curry or Kevin Durant, right? This peer scorer, James Harden. But guess what? I bet you none of them have the best field goal percentage. It's probably some big that's only shooting layups. So let's kill the field goal percentage argument, right? Because the centers are probably the people with the highest field goal percentage every year. Remember, 1 year Tyson Chandler was shooting 60% from the field. But that don't mean you're going to give him the ball all the time. And that don't make him a better scorer than the guy that's shooting 44%. Why? Because field goal percentage is not an indication of how well you can score. It's normally an indication of what type of shots you are taking. Yeah. When Kobe is taking shots, they're always at the elbow or they're normally over 2 to 3 defenders. When LeBron is taking shots, and normally layups or wide open jump shots because nobody respects the jump shot. So he's either shooting a jumper that he dribbled in the rhythm to, or a wide open shot, or he's going to the rim. And you know what I'm saying? The air glitch is right now when you go to the rim, there's no resistance on it. Guy can foul you. You know what I'm saying? Like they could foul Kobe, but the fouls were different. You know what I'm saying? They foul you to make sure you don't come back. Now you can't do that. It's a flagrant. Automatically your ball back.
Yeah.
All that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I mean, and another thing, and to LeBron's credit, like I said, he does usually try and get everybody involved, make the right basketball play. But when it comes down to it, when you look at Kobe and LeBron, I think that the difference that people don't understand is mentally.
Mentally.
Kobe terrified people.
Yeah.
He terrified entire teams. Go ask Greg Popovich if he enjoyed playing against Kobe Bryant. Kobe terrified everybody. It's not. Ask players who actually played. Anytime you can go look this up.
Nobody on the Raptors.
The YouTube generation.
Yeah,
YouTube. Shout out to Jalen.
Hey, that's one thing I can say about Bron, man. Bron got them terrified.
YouTube generation. Go look this up because it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, but look.
Listen. Go watch the videos. There are players who will tell you he terrified the hell. I don't care if he shot 0 for 60. I do not want that man having a ball because I'm afraid he's going to beat us by himself.
Let me give you another example right now. Just nothing to really do with basketball, but everything to do with basketball, right? In the summer, what video came out? Steph Curry trolling LeBron James. All the guys trolling LeBron James, blowing in his ear, doing disrespectful shit to LeBron James. Like, who does that to Kobe? What player you know? They try to throw some shit at Kobe's face, and he just, all right. You know what I'm saying? Kobe became a villain early on when everybody blamed everything on him. You see, everybody get it twisted. LeBron's the most scrutinized player in history. Wrong. He was a golden boy. You know why he started getting criticism and scrutiny? You know why people started to attack him? And not even the media. Only fans, like, you know, but you get the vast majority that are blind and naive. But those guys are not, you know what I'm saying, enhanced because it makes it look better if you only point out the guys that say the negative stuff. But when that switch was the Miami thing. When he made us sit there and wait up all day for him to make a decision, that's when he became a villain.
And it wasn't even
people
that
stopped
bad.
to like him. Yeah, and well, you know, really the people in Cleveland hated him. But they still wanted him back after a while. They got over it. He won some championships. But listen, let's go to the, you know what I'm saying, the biggest or failures or whatever. Like, right? You know what I'm saying? You talk about...
Hold on, before we get there, let me finish my point I was talking about earlier. Before we even move on that far. So I know what you guys are thinking. You guys haven't said much of anything yet. We're getting to the point, guys. So listen to this. We got to educate you guys first. I got to go slow. It's fucking around to be a 2-part video, okay? So the whole Kobe LeBron thing. Now, like he said, there's pros and there's cons to each player. So what I don't understand, well, what I understand that a lot of casual fans don't understand, not casual meaning that you don't know anything about basketball because anybody watching it, you know, is a fan essentially, but people that don't break it down and really watch the game like we do essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like we break the shit down to a base level. We really looking at everything. Is that people always say, well, LeBron is a better all-around player. Yes, he does have better career statistics across the board for the most part. You know, he has a higher shooting percentage, scoring, rebounding, assists essentially across the board. That doesn't equate to him being a better player. Now, you got to understand, everybody, LeBron is required to do things that Kobe was never required to do. Kobe played out of a triangle offense his entire career until, you know, way late in his career, essentially, so after Phil left.
Yeah,
so,
plus, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
there was a guy on the team.
There was a guy named Shaq on the team also, too, for the first few years that kind of changed the whole game, essentially.
There was guys on the team that did.
Well, yeah,
they were specialists.
My point is that out of a system, especially something like the triangle, you don't hold the ball. Like Derek Fisher was bringing the ball up the court. Rick Fox was bringing the ball up the court. They had other people doing other shit. LeBron is the offense himself. He generates the offense. He's option 1, 2, and 3. Now you can say that, well, okay, well that just enhances his legacy. Doesn't that make him greater? No, that's just what his team requires him to do to win. That's what it requires him to do to be successful. That doesn't make him a greater player. We've seen Kobe, we've seen MJ, when they decided to put their mind to it, average very similar numbers to LeBron. You know, Kobe did it just for shits and giggles one time, and I remember years ago, they told him, well, Kobe don't pass the ball. He went on for the next 2 weeks and averaged like 11 assists a game for 2 weeks just to show, like, I can pass the ball when I want to pass it.
The thing is, this low, like you were saying, What he was saying is actually a big reason why he has 5 L's in NBA Finals. Because nobody can enhance their game next to LeBron James. You know why? Because guess what happens? LeBron James cannot do nothing. Once that ball moves out of his hand, he becomes a statue. He becomes a statue.
Watch the games.
Why do you think Kobe and Shaq can kill simultaneously? Because when Shaq has the ball, Kobe plays off of him. Guess what? I'm not finna double Shaq all day if Kobe then shot up to the 3 and he asking for the ball and Kobe and Shaq kicking it to Kobe and he knocking it down. Like he's knocking down the jumper. Or as soon as he dump it to Shaq, as soon as Kobe go to commit, he cutting back door. He's moving without the basketball. LeBron does not do that. He's never done that. And that's the reason why he loses so much in NBA Finals. Like if you really think that they're better, just one thing, just skill-wise. If you put LeBron, he's never had a great coach or he never had a great offense, what can he do when he doesn't have the ball? How many times have you seen LeBron score on the cut or score on the off the screen catch and shoot, or where he's diverse and moving and just getting easy baskets? Anybody can do, not anybody, but any great, if you just give them the ball all day, can just get numbers. They can just, if they're holding on to the ball, they control every assist. They can go chase down and get every rebound. It's not like LeBron averaging 92 rebounds or something like a big or something. He just 8, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying, for his career. That's cool. But he's bigger physically, so he should be a better rebounder.
Yeah, he should
Kobe
be
Bryant.
naturally. He is a better passer. But LeBron, that's one thing about LeBron that you can't really teach his vision and his ability to pass the ball. His basketball IQ,
understanding of the game. But Kobe IQ.
Kobe's the same way.
Kobe's IQ is retarded off the planet. If you don't understand that, just watch Detail.
Yeah.
It's an ESPN Detail show. Man, where he's really breaking down the film, the way that he looks at it, the way that he sees his players. Like he gets this bad rap of being a bad teammate. But Kobe can allow players to be great because he can play off of them. Kobe can run off of you, man. He can see you getting hot. He can catch and shoot. If he can switch his role, because if you tell, this is the biggest difference between those two. If you tell Kobe, I need you to just be a catch and shoot and we'll win the championship, he'll be like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
You're the best catch and shoot.
Best catch shoot dude. He'll be like, watch, he be in the gym all day working on that. So every time the ball come to him, that's what he gonna do. I need you to go off screens and catch and shoot. This is what we're gonna do to win. LeBron James plays the same game the same way, no matter the situation.
It's effective. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not effective
to a degree.
To a degree, he can be. The thing about it is that, guys, what you don't understand is that if you didn't watch Kobe in his prime, I understand. So you won't really get it.
You don't get it.
You could not make Kobe uncomfortable. There's no situation. Imagine a defensive coach saying, "Well, we can't put him in the post. We can't push him out to the 3-point line. We can't." You can't make him uncomfortable. There's no shot that he's not. There's no shot that he's not comfortable taking. There's no spot on the floor that he's not comfortable getting a shot from, even when he doesn't have the ball. He's gonna manufacture the offense out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna manufacture. He's gonna find his spots. And then if you go watch, you look at KG, you look at all these guys. They'll break down Kobe's game. They say it's all about. Matter of fact, there was an interview with Tayshaun Prince. Guys, go watch it. And I believe it was either T-Mac or it was KG, and it was asking what's the difference between guarding Kobe and LeBron. Tayshaun Prince said Kobe gets to his spots on the floor, and there's nothing you can do about getting. He may not start off, but he's gonna work his way into the offense and get to his spots. Now LeBron, he has the ball in his hands majority of the time, so the offense runs through him essentially. So you have to. That's why teams are built around LeBron, essentially. He has to have a team that's built around the way he plays. Kobe, and especially post-Shaq, his teams weren't, up until Pau Gasol got there, essentially, his teams weren't really built around him. You had players that didn't move well without the ball. You had players that couldn't catch and shoot. You had players that really didn't do anything.
A lot of people talk about the 2007 LeBron team that got to the final. I know they were terrible individually, but it is a team sport, and they were built to basically go for him.
Compliment LeBron.
Basically, okay, we could catch and shoot. We could just play defense. We just, you know what I'm saying? Zydrunas Ilgauskas brought the big man out so LeBron could get to the rim. They just complimented his game well.
You had people that were just primary defenders that he didn't have to.
That's a great accomplishment, but getting to the dance and winning it is two different things. Nobody cares that you got there. Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna be 100%.
And there's no participation trophies in
no participation because everybody be like, but that's what did but look, Allen Iverson did the same thing with almost the same similar players.
But nobody's talking about
Nobody
AI
talks about AI in championship because it's this overhype. AI did the same thing with a terrible team. You know what I'm saying? He had players that were terrible as individuals. Like you gave them the ball, was like go. They weren't gonna do nothing for you. But AI, those teams complimented him so well that that they end up, you know what I'm saying, going through the East and winning the Eastern Conference Finals. And then, unlike LeBron, which is the notch that I would give the AI, is that is he better than LeBron? Because he actually got one win off a team that went through a tough Western Conference and hadn't lost all the way until they got to him.
And this is another thing too. Before we end the video, guys, we ain't gonna make this too long. You kind of are getting our points here. Another thing, just you guys like statistics, you guys like stats. You know, especially a lot of LeBron James fans. We don't get it wrong. I like LeBron. He likes LeBron also too. Yeah. So the thing is that look at the conference LeBron James has played in. People don't want to talk about it. People don't want to say, "Oh, well, that doesn't matter."
Definitely
it does matter. It does matter when the level of competition, when you're in the first 2 rounds of your series.
I think the year that I may be absolutely wrong, so do not quote me, but I think the year LeBron got to the finals, he was like 45 and 20.
I don't remember. I don't remember the record was. But generally, we all know, and anybody watching basketball, the East is generally a weaker conference from top to bottom. Okay, you got teams getting in the East, getting in the playoffs as 4th, 5th seed with 39, 40 wins some years. So Kobe was playing against higher level of competitions more consistently. Also, he has a record for the most wins over 50-win teams in the playoffs by far.
Yeah, by 20.
It's not even close.
Jordan is second
Jordan
with 20.
is second with 20.
Kobe has
20. I thought it was 20. Was it 25?
25.
Yeah, 25 wins. And LeBron has
and Shaq
10.
is
I think.
below there.
I think LeBron has 10.
LeBron had 9.
9.
Since then, he beat the Warriors.
So that's
he might beat a couple teams.
Yeah,
so
10, 11, 13, somewhere 14. 13, 14. Yeah. So, but it's not even close, and that's every year with Kobe. That was every year he made the playoffs in the Western Conference. So, not only that, my man's have incredible statistical runs. You know, especially during the first three-peat, second three-peat, he had amazing runs. So go look at the numbers. The guy he put up statistics similar to LeBron James in a lot of those series against tougher competition.
We'll probably make this one 20 minutes, but the thing is, right? So everybody always likes to talk about what if you give LeBron Shaq? Well,
that's
Kobe
another
only
thing
had
too.
him when he was 20 years old.
20 years old.
21 years old and 22-year-old. Now, you talk about Kobe wasn't even the best player on his team. With a 20-year-old, 21, 22-year-old LeBron James be better than a prime Shaquille O'Neal?
There's no guard.
There's no player ever to pick up this ball other than myself that would have won the Finals MVP over Shaq. Like, there was not no 20-year-old. Like, if you would have gave prime Kobe, he probably would have won a Finals MVP. Because you could see the reign starting to change right then and there. It was starting to be Kobe.
1A, 1B type
like,
situation.
Go watch the Portland series when Shaq had, in Game 7 when Shaq was struggling, he had 12 points. And Kobe ended it with 25. He didn't shoot well at all by percentage-wise, but he closed the game out for him. You know, it was a great team, so don't get it twisted.
There's
you always have to have a great
instances
team.
of that.
But
and back then, what you guys don't realize is that the Western Conference Finals was the finals. The finals were a formality. Once you beat whoever you beat in the Western Conference Finals, whether it be the Spurs, Kings, Blazers, these are all 50-plus win teams, by the way, every single year at the time. T-Wolves, once you beat one of them, it was a wrap. Like, once you passed them, it was a wrap. The finals were a formality. It didn't matter who was coming out the East. They're going to get destroyed either way. So when they were going through the Spurs, when they were going through the Timberwolves, when they were going through the Kings and the Blazers and all these other teams, the quality teams, Kobe routinely matched, if not exceeded, what the output Shaq was putting out.
Kind of to a degree, because Shaq was a monster, and the offense was predicated to Shaq.
Yeah,
you gotta understand, Kobe had to play off of Shaq at 21 years old, 22 and 23. He wasn't in his prime. A prime Kobe and a prime Shaq at the same time would be like a 90-time world champion. They would be like 90 times. They would have never lost to nobody. Do you understand what Kobe did in his prime in the finals? Listen, at 22 years old, he averaged 27 in the NBA Finals. He rounded off 26 points out. Then at 23, he came back the next year and averaged 25. They won 2 championships. The first one, he averaged 15. You know what I'm saying? Which is 20 years old. And you guys got to understand the difference between the numbers, why they so high in LeBron's favor is he's played the most minutes out of anybody ever. 15 years, played more minutes than everybody. His usage rate, how much he holds, not even usage rates, I ain't going to no book like that. How much he holds the ball, he holds the ball more than any of ever that Kobe ever held the ball. The ball moved with Kobe. The ball moved. That's why his teammates could be great alongside of him. That's why you could get a Shaq. That's what do you think Shaq would have to be if trying to play next to LeBron James? He'd have to be a spot-up shooter. Or LeBron would have to be a pass and disappear guy. Like, he would just have to try to keep cutting. because his jumper not strong enough to make a guy second guess doubling Shaq.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and especially not at 21, 22 years old. Like, do you understand what Kobe? Like, think about it. When LeBron was in his prime, when he entered in his prime, and then Kobe entered it, was at his prime when he actually had a good team, right? LeBron was getting 60 wins over there in the East. Then in 2008, he got beat by the Celtics. Kobe averaged about 25 in that finals, and they lost to the Celtics in what, 6 games?
6 games.
That next year, Orlando versus Cleveland. Cleveland, you know, LeBron did his thing. He got dumped out the playoffs for Orlando. They met up with the Lakers in the NBA Finals.
Got blown 4-1.
4-1. They beat them. Kobe won the championship, Finals MVP, averaging 32 points and 7 assists. 32.7 assists. You know what I'm saying? You numbers guy, right? 32.7 assists. I don't really care about the numbers, but this is how dominant he was over them, right? And that was just 5 games. Then they got their chance that they get back. They played the Celtics in 2010. Kobe gave you 28 and 7, 8 rebounds. He averaged 25, 8 rebounds, 25, 7 rebounds, whatever. And they beat him. What I'm saying is, like, the same thing that you guys argue about, oh, but he's never faced a team with 4 Hall of Famers at the time. Ray Allen's going to the Hall of Fame. Kevin Garnett's going to the Hall of Fame. Paul Pierce is going to the Hall of Fame. If Rajon Rondo keeps playing, he'll be a Hall of Famer too. So that was 4 Hall of Fames on one team, right? And he didn't have no other Hall of Famers on his team, right? I mean,
well, Paul Gasol, you can say now
what I'm saying is Paul Gasol was the only other guy he had on his team, which was an All-Star Hall of Famer, right? So the same thing last year. You got Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving continued his career. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. He's already a champion. And listen, Kobe has never had, while he was in his prime, a guy average as much as Kyrie did.
No, never.
In all 3 of those NBA Finals I just pointed to you when he was in his prime, Paul Gasol averaged 18, brought 10 rebounds. He didn't give you 25 points. He didn't give you 26 points.
The thing about Paul Gasol is that there's this myth, for whatever reason, people believe that Kobe can't win without another All-Star big man. For whatever reason, people think that Paul Gasol was this All-NBA, All-World player before he got to LA. Let me tell you how many All-Star games and how many All-NBA elections Paul Gasol had before he went to LA.
He had one after, though.
He had one. He had been to 1 All-Star game prior to going to LA. Mm-hmm. He had 0 All-NBA teams. So he was not even All-NBA third team when he got to LA, okay? He's been to 1 All-Star game at that point. So stop acting like, you can say it now that Paul Gasol, he's this great Hall of Fame level player. Yeah, after he won his rings with Kobe, but he wasn't that kind of player before he got to LA. He was still putting up 20 and 9, 20 and 10, which is great. But so was Chris Bosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like nobody was knocking down their doors to talk about, well, Paul Gasol is he didn't even make an All-NBA team. He had 1 All-Star appearance. And that entire time he was in Memphis. Until he got to LA, then all of a sudden, All-Star, All-NBA, All-NBA, All-Star, All-NBA. Like, that's not accident.
I can tell you right there that Kobe can't make his teammates worse. He has to elevate them. It's not even, and let me just kill that myth. You can't make a player better or worse, right? All it is about opportunity. Because if a player that is a 6-man, like James Harden, goes to a place where the Rockets, where he's free range, of course he looks better. He was going to get better regardless of Oklahoma City. It's just opportunity is different. Like, if you put him back in the bench role at the same talent level, he's going to look different than what he looks now. So it's not about him being worse. It's about opportunity. So Kyle Gasol got a better opportunity with Los Angeles to play more meaningful basketball and to be a better winner.
System.
To be a better winner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. This misconception about making players better, man.
And y'all, please stop using your personal feelings about Kobe in these arguments because
look,
I respect LeBron James.
I get it.
I
like
understand
LeBron, to me, LeBron is one of the, like, if you're talking about who I would take, I'm going to take Kobe. But you know what I'm saying? Like my man Steven Jackson alluded to it earlier. If you wanted your child to model certain behavior, you would definitely aim towards LeBron James.
Yeah, absolutely.
The man gives back to his community, gives back to his colleges, man. He's
a great
father.
Great
person. He's a great friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put all his friends on and made his own business. Like, it's no hatred towards LeBron, man. I got nothing but love for him. I look up to him. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look up to a guy like that who can boss up like that, who mom wasn't stable like that. He had to live in different houses. As I watched his stories.
Yeah.
I watched the It's More Than a Game.
Yeah.
And that's what now I learned the meaning of that after watching LeBron. Yeah, he great. This version of LeBron right here would be the LeBron that I would start comparing, because this LeBron this year that I love, because he's starting to take shots that I'm starting to love. And normally, you know what I'm saying, guys would hate it, but I love it. Like, people said he had a bad game yesterday. To me, I don't look at the game and be like, oh man, he shot a bad field goal. I don't care. But the man was knocking down shots when they made.
Clutch.
He shot 1 of 8 from the 3-point line. The 1 3 he hit put him up, or kept him in the game, and then he knocked down. I don't care about no field goal percentage. He had a great game to me yesterday.
Yeah.
To me, he had a great game, and that's all that mattered to me because he was clutch. So it's never been a hatred thing in LeBron James, and it's never been a thing about Kobe. It's the disrespect that people put towards Kobe. When it comes to LeBron James, it's not that he's a bad player. It's that people push. They highlight his great moments, which he has a lot of them, and then they try to only show you the bad versus his competition. So if you talk Jordan, they're not gonna bring up how Jordan. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, so the 6th championship is so what? But then they're gonna sweep all his, like they sweep how great he was under the rug and tell you that Jordan couldn't get out the first round without a sky.
And they do it with Kobe too.
And they do that. They don't even mention
Kobe.
Kobe. They laugh at it like
they
it's
laugh
not
at it like it's not a
it's
not an actual argument. And
and
that's why I said, guys. That's why I said take your personal feelings for the player out of it, please, because I understand if you don't like Kobe as a person. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't this model, role model, friendly person. He wasn't the greatest teammate, you know what I'm saying? That didn't happen until later on in his career. Excuse me, as he matured and became, you know, a little older and things like that, he started to open up to the teammates, things like that. But we're talking basketball, we're talking skill level, we're talking what they did between them lines on the court. So please take your bias out of it. We got a whole lot of ESPN pushing that agenda. A whole lot of these big media outlets always want to bury Kobe because of their personal feelings about him as a person, not because what he accomplished on the basketball court.
Man just won an Oscar and somebody tweeted out something that happened in his past.
Exactly.
That was you know what I'm
a mistake.
Yeah, mistake. He was young, 20-something years old in the league, and he made a mistake as a youngster. Since then, he never had no incidents.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they tweeted like nasty stuff at him, and he's not even a part of the game right now.
He haven't played.
You know what I'm saying? People try to dismiss him because of how they don't like him. But it don't matter because he gave everything to the sport. Like if you're talking about dedication to the game, like this man would have died to win. That's all he wanted to do was win.
And
championship.
the funny thing about it is that you can ask LeBron all of this. And once again, there's tons of videos on YouTube. If you want to go watch, LeBron feels the same way. Not necessarily that we do, but he has the same respect and revere for Kobe.
To feel like he's
but no, that's fine. No, that's fine. Now he may think differently about that, but I'm saying that there's videos where LeBron's like, this man is like he's the best player in the league. I'm in this league. He's the best player in the league. There's stuff he's doing that nobody else in this league can do. He out of his own mouth. Like, so stop with the nonsense. Like, we give LeBron his props, but that's really our reasons, and that's not even really the whole thing.
A lot of people got to think about like the losing in the first round. Everybody he never lost in the first round. So he lost in the second round. Like he lost in the finals. So losing in the finals to me is of course the worst thing you could do because I mean your team was somewhat adequate enough to win in the championship. And there are moments and instances in where, you know what I'm saying, it's not that he did anything wrong, it's the stuff that he didn't do. Like last year in game 3, like he did nothing wrong with passing it to Kyle Korver technically on a scale of doing anything wrong. He didn't make the wrong basketball play. That was the right basketball play, but not for him. Like if I was a regular point guard, that was the right basketball play. For LeBron James, that's a layup. You got to make them foul.
Or a foul.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain instances like that. I mean, everybody in the top 10 are separated by little bitty things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? LeBron's dominant. He's a phenomenal player. Don't ever get it twisted, man. Great. Still going right now. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of it is the only reason that these players are not even really comparable because the eras is way different. You can't compare what he's playing against now to what Kobe was playing against.
Yeah, that makes it tough.
It does make so if you really, I mean, if you're gonna be like, oh, who era was harder, then you're gonna go to Kobe. And you know what I'm saying? Oh, he had to play through harder. So it's not about. That's what I tell people. Honestly, if you're gonna compare players, you can't compare players from different eras. Like you have to compare them if they're playing at the same time, playing against each other. And, you know what I'm saying? Doing anything. Other than that, it's always gonna be a dismiss. You can dismiss other players because you're like, man, they're not playing against the same thing. Like Jordan, he always gonna get the nod. Ain't nobody hand checking. Kobe had to deal with that for a little bit, hand checking and stuff like that. But the rules were being removed. But then the physicality never went away.
Yeah.
They were still physical. They just couldn't hold on to you and stuff like that. And then you know what I'm saying. With LeBron, it was completely abolished. So the errors are gonna always make up the why you can't compare those players for real. Yeah.
So that was kind of our synopsis, and we could do this all day. I mean, we sitting at like 30 minutes right now, guys. So I may break this video up. I may just upload it all at once, guys. But once again, man, it's your boy Ice Knees. God, I keep doing that.
I don't know why
conversation. I don't know why I want to be this guy. So your boy Hard Conversation.
I might sneeze.
You guys, once again,
Link on there.
link down there in the description. Social media, man. We out of here, man. Y'all take it easy.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account.